Hello, my name is Scott Alvers, and today we are going to be talking about Dungeons and Dragons and what is going on with combat health and stuff like that. So, there's a lot of things that go on in Dungeons and Dragons that completely conflict and can blow people's minds, and we're going to talk about some of that. Maybe I can make some of that seem a little more simple and less complicated for you. So what are we going to talk about? We're talking about health. What does that mean? I don't know. We're going to start with health. We'll end with combat, maybe. Yeah, well, combat will come after the health part. So let's start talking about health. So, what is the big difference between a first level character and a 20th level character, you might ask, other than gear? Because the 20th level character's obviously been around for a long time, has gathered up a lot of gear and knows what to do with it. The biggest difference is the health pool and the number of abilities the guy gets to use. Well, Scott, what does that mean? I don't understand. Why can't my first level character know everything and be just as tough as that 20th level character? Then how does that 20th level character got more health than my first level character? Well, your 20th level character technically doesn't have more life force blood than the first level character. We'll use this as an example. If I have a first level fighter, he has got 10 hit points. I got a 100th level fighter, 20th level fighter. Wow, he's got 200 hit points. Does that mean the 20th level fighter has more blood? No, it does not. It just means that he is better at avoiding damage. That goes along with the armor class too in the long run. I'll explain later. But he's just better at avoiding damage. Can you give me an example? Yes, I can. Let's say the first level fighter and 20th level fighter standing there. They both are not wearing armor. They're both just standing there. And someone throws a spear at them or pokes them with a spear, both of them. The first level fighter gets stabbed in the shoulder, does 5 hit points of damage, hurts like a sucker, almost kills him. It's over half his health pool. It's not half his blood, just half his health pool. The 20th level fighter gets stabbed, does 5 points of damage. It's not even a big fraction of his health at all. So what's the difference there? What really happened? Did the first level guy bleed out more? No. My view is the first level fighter gets stabbed, he takes it right in the old collarbone, hurts really bad, demobilizes his arm. Hurts. Took half his life away, right? Made it really bad for him to do anything else because he doesn't know how to take a blow. First time he'd been stabbed, hurts really bad, almost kills him. So it hits the major joints, major blood vessels, stuff like that, arteries, whatever else. A 20th level fighter sees that spear coming, instinctively knows that he's been in a lot of fights over his lifetime, so he moves a little bit to the left. Pow, grazes him in the outside of the shoulder, not the inside. All of a sudden now it's just a cat scratch. Well, maybe a deep one, but it's still just a cat scratch. 20th level fighters didn't lose mobility. There's nothing major up there that he can really function with. He just knows how to take the hit better. And it's for all those 20 levels worth of experience that he's gained, right? So that's the biggest difference. You know, a lot of people think that the health pool and this and that compared to like a video game, a guy runs around with 150 health compared to the guy with 5 health. Yeah, the 150 health guy is going to live, but it's not because he's more healthy. It's just because he knows how to avoid the damage more. And when you're playing in D&D and you're playing in these role-playing games, that's kind of how you need to look at these health pools. You need to look at it not necessarily how much blood you got or how much damage you can take, it's just how much damage you can avoid. Or, I mean, technically you take, but avoid. Because really that's what you're doing. You're not looking to take more damage, because no matter how much damage, your body can only take just so much damage. It's how much damage you can avoid. And so, when you get hit, when the dragon breathes fire, you know, all over people, first level guy's probably dead, 20th level guy's going to be like, yeah, no, I rolled out of the way, and so got my butt. I just said butt. Anyway, so it burns him and whatever else, no big deal. Yeah, so that's really how I view health, and health just needs to be viewed like that. I mean, it's just simpler. Now we're looking at combat, and combat is broken up into rounds and turns. A round is 6 seconds, a turn is 60 seconds. A round is confusing at the best, but I like to view it like this. A round is any number of people in a combat. 1 6-second time frame is how long it takes each of them to make a decision to fight. Whatever they're going to do, whether it's cast a spell or throw a spear or swing with an axe, or hit with a club, or dodge, or whatever, or sing if you're gonna sing, whatever you're gonna do during combat. That's you got 6 seconds. Everybody at the table. So there's 5 people. All 5 people have that same 6-second time period to decide what's gonna happen. Right? And that's not a lot of time if you think about it. If there's 5 people in a room and they go to fight, 6 seconds is pretty quick. Because you got to make a lot of decisions in that 6 seconds. That's how you need to view that. You can't really look at it as in like, I get a swing. It's not turn-based. I mean, it technically is turn-based, but it's not turn-based. Because let's say I'm a 20th level fighter again, and I hit a goblin. He's going to die, right? Does that mean the goblin, when I hit the goblin, he's dead? No. Because as long as he still has the initiative in that 6-second time period, then he should also get to swing, because literally if that goblin's coming in, he can still stab, because it's all in the same few motions a second. You know, the axe is coming down, the goblin tried to hit him in the head, goblin's got his little stick. Yeah, maybe he doesn't get there. So be it. He dies. But it's all happened at the same time, right? It's not like I get to fight, then Joe gets to fight, and then Bill gets to fight, then DM Monster 1, and then DM Monster 2, and then Jane gets to fight. That's not really, I mean, that's how it goes, but it's all in a matter of one little clump of time. So that's how a lot of the game mechanics are geared towards, is that clump of time, that 6 seconds of life. You know, the character's life. And then for 10 times, which makes a turn, that happens. So if you're scared for a turn, it means you're scared for 10 rounds in a fight. It means everybody gets 10 times to go before you know, that turn is done. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if that's a good explanation or not, but when I'm thinking about stuff like that, that's when I'm thinking about combat, and sometimes people get all, you know, jittery and crazy. Well, in a video game, no, it can't be a video game though, because it's impossible for me and Matt and Joe and Jane to all fight at the same time, because the DM would never be able to hear anything. Right? The DM wouldn't be like, I don't know what's going on. There's 5 of you talking and 4 of you talking to me at one time. And no, we have to do turn-based, which is technically what we're doing, but it's really real-time combat. Hope that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe I'm just making it more confusing for you. And then we go to armor class, which is another crazy thing. Armor class can mean many things. For a rogue, armor class means, well, it's not generally about how much armor you wear. It's really about how well you can avoid the damage through your dexterity and your motions and your abilities. For a warrior, for a fighter class, I should say, it's really just about how much armor you're wearing and how well you can avoid the damage. It kind of goes hand in hand with your health pool. Because, you know, if your armor class is high and your health pool is high, you're really hard to kill. If your armor class is low and your health pool is low, you're probably going to be easy to kill. Does that make sense? I hope so. Because that's the best way I can explain it. 18 dex for a rogue is probably a little bit to do with his armor, unless he's got super magical armor, but really a lot to do with his dexterity and how well he's avoiding the damage. Then they also have supplement abilities that they can use during combat, which is that 6-second time frame again, that they can use to avoid combat. Use reactions, like I can use Uncanny Dodge, or I can use Evasion to avoid area of effects, or Uncanny Dodge to avoid just damage in general. Like I just choose to take half of it instead of all of it, you know, because that's what rogues do. And the warrior's like, no, I just have better armor than the rest of you, so watch me. And the wizard's like, yeah, no, I'll just, you know, gaseous form, or, you know, just not be in the space where you want to hit when you do hit. So armor class has a lot to do with a lot of things, but mostly it's just about how easily you can avoid the damage, not necessarily how hard it is to hit you. Does that make sense? Anyway, so I think I'm done with the videos for the day. So until next time, my name is Scott. You call me Guffs. Signing off.